Morning everyone, welcome back to another video. Massive shout out to ITS for coming back to me today. Really appreciate it guys, thanks very much. If you don't know who ITS are, they are a massive supplier of power tools, whatever you want, they've got it. They do a next day. If you order before 7 PM, you get it the next day, yeah? Next working day, you'll get your order. They've also got over 17,000, and that is hard to get, 17,000 5-star reviews. So I know how hard that is to get, and they've done well to get that. If you use code CJR truck on orders over £100 excluding VAT, so go and buy a drill, put the code in, just like this, it's very easy to do. You get yourself a free truck. I've actually got one here. I've got a free truck here. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna give this one away. So if you want this truck, you can give the video a thumbs up, press that thumbs up button, and go down in the comment and just write CJR truck, and you'll be entered into this for free, for nothing, not gonna cost you anything, and I'll post it out to you, and that can be open worldwide, yeah? Okay, I've just got to be able to contact you back if you win, okay? We're gonna go and get James. We got to do some spotlights today, so let's go and see how he's had it, if he's had a nice weekend or not. Look.
It's clean, yeah.
Yes.
Looks good.
Look. We're rolling. What code have people got used for to get their hands on the truck?
Truck.
I text you that thing, I text you.
Text me?
I haven't texted. I haven't texted. I'm pulling your leg, mate. I'm pulling your leg. Good to see you've had your hair cut. I've had mine cut. Let's go and get the job done. Right, here we are, new build property. It's actually a really nice new build. We've had a quick look round. I made a little bit of a balls up. The client thinks I'm coming tomorrow. Luckily, he's got family close by, so I've managed to get in, but he's coming back. So my fault, I got the wrong day, but that's life. So while we're here, I've spoke to him on the phone. What we're gonna do first is, because we're gonna keep the spotlights consistent throughout the property, we're going to first swap out these 4. These are going to be a straight swap, hopefully, and then we've got some in the master bathroom here that we are swapping. So we just got 2. Obviously we need to put the IP65 bezel on these, but I have bought the JCC fire ones I did try out the other day. So we have got 2 different types of bezel, so we will we can swap them out. But once we get into it, we'll show you a little bit more. James is loaded out and we're ready to rock and roll. One thing I don't like already is the board. Probably blank this out, but it doesn't matter, they've done a nice job. It's just, they've put a split load in, which is the cheapest of the cheap, and then it's rammed already. Look, there's not one spare way available in that board at all. This is one thing I don't like, but we're going to isolate, lock off, and then we're going to change those lights upstairs first. Bloody hair in my mouth, some bloody masks. These are the old ones, I think they're Dita. Never fitted those, they look alright, they look pretty standard to be fair. Wiring's as expected, it's new colours and it's pretty standard, it's nice and neat, which is good. These are the JCC fires that I'm fitting today. I liked them the other day, so I just bought a load. So I'm gonna whack these in now, and luckily they go in the same hole size. So there we go, they fit nice and snugly, and we're going for the Aurora ice, what they called, ice lamp, Aurora ice lamp, 4K, and these ones are dimmable. I just fit them. They're not that expensive, so it gives anyone options. If they come say, Chris, after we want you to fit a dimmer switch, I can then quite easily just fit a dimmer switch on. It's not a problem. There she blows, 4 new white spotlights, blend in nice, and I've managed to centre them up so they can't see any of the bits. What I will mention to the client is, I've noticed before we actually jump in the loft that being a new build, it's got to settle, and you might not be able to see it, but there's cracks in the ceilings. So I just make him aware of that, that isn't us. James is now going to have a go at changing these two lights, aren't you, James? Are you excited for that?
I can't
That's
wait.
very good, mate. Beautiful. Hopefully that isn't strobing. It's not strobing on my screen. I thought we may as well do, James, while we're waiting. We can pop the pendants down, can't we?
Yeah.
There's them two. It's quite a nice contrast on those tiles there. So the client wanted 7 in here. I think it's too much. So what we're going to do... Oh, they've got 2 switches in here, look. So we'll have to link those out here and put them on one dimmer switch, yeah? Because obviously they do 1, 2.
Yeah.
So we'll just link them out of the switch and I have one dimmer to do the whole lot. But I reckon we're going to do... Because the bed's going to go here. So I reckon we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is enough for this room. We don't need 7. And then I think we're going to do 1, 2 round here, and then 2 over the stairs, something like that, whatever. But it's a bit weird in here. Look, there's a cupboard in here. It's a big cupboard. And plenty lights in here. Look, I think client wants a light in here. Not sure if we're going to get it done today or tomorrow, but we will talk about it. But we could probably get a switch in. It's all stud walls, but I'm hoping they haven't put any battens in here. We could just fish, hopefully. I'm not sure yet, but... So we've had a little look. We've just dropped the roses down. James is going to just drop the pendants off. Same with that one. What they've done is done a loop in at the switch. They put their feed into the switch, so they've got a neutral here. Then they've just wired 2 switch lines out with switch feeds and neutrals, which is good for us because we can bring this cable to the first downlight. We haven't got to put any Wago boxes above the ceiling, which is nice. And I suspect it will be the same with this this pendant as well. Okay, so client has been, we've actually done a walk around. I'll just spin you around and we'll show you what we are going to do. So in here, master bedroom, they have got 2 horrible pendants. So we're going to do 3, 1, 2, 3 across this area in a nice line. I've had a look, the beams run this way, so we can get up there, clip the cables nicely, drop them down, and then we're going to go for 2 over here. I've got to check this, but I'm not 99% sure we'll have a feed here. So we're going to go back entry into this cupboard. We'll end up with a switch here. I'm hoping we can fish up this wall, and we're going to add 1, 2 spotlights in this cupboard. Pretty standard, 1, 2 in this corridor, 2 in that little bedroom, 2 in this corridor. So there we go. What we've done is James has set the laser up. We've come off of the wall. What was that, James? Because we've done a beam. We've got 500 centres here, so 500 to 500. We've gone between 2 beams there, and this is going to have a bed, so you don't really want it right above your head. So we've come out 900 off 900.
Not off this one.
900 and 800 off that wall. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 along that line, and then we'll equal out 2 in line with these 2 that way. But obviously we'll show you. So we're just drilling out these downlights. If you're doing downlights, get yourself a DAD. You don't need to wear a mask because it just stops that complete plume of dust going everywhere. It also stops your drill filling up with all the dust here in the trigger. Right, there we go, as if by magic. We're going to get every room to this state because I only want to go in that loft once to wire. James can poke the cable up, fish it across. I can then clip it because they've got about 32 foot of insulation up there. So 4 in this area, 1 in there. We'll then be giving these a 1 strike fill, and then the client can get the painter in or just do it themselves. Right, we've got our 2 corridor ones. James is being extra careful. We've got our 2 corridor ones down here, so they're going to be nice 2 spots there. We've also got to add in a switch, as I said, off here. We've cut the 2 holes in for 2 downlights in this like walk-in wardrobe, which is going to be... We've now got to figure out how to come off that wall 500 to go centre of that hatch. But this wall is actually dog legs over. Put your head down, that was good. Got it on film that bit. So we're going to add 1 in here above the stairs, and then keep that one, you can't see it obviously because of the hatch, but 500, keep it in line. We're going to come over here, keeping away from the smoke obviously, and we can just hopefully reuse these cables to feed the ones that way. Right, this one here, see that? Nice. Ching, 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 ching. Because we've come out 500, we've got to be in line with this hatch. We've come over 500, we've come over from this wall 500, replicated it, but one over the stairs there, one here, but obviously the smoke detector isn't in line, so what we do is take it down, we're just going to swing him around on the base, put him centre so everything is in line, and then we'll just make the holes good and you won't see anything. Right, we're getting there. 2 in here, 1, 2 downlights are drilled in here. Again, that will get scrapped. This is a really small bedroom or an office. We've got one more bedroom to do, and then that is all of the upstairs holes drilled then. So in here we're going to do 4. Again, we've got some movement cracks, which obviously is a nurse going in the loft, so we just show them. They're sort of everywhere. New builds, they sort of happen. So again, in here we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Forget that little bit. Forget that this room is this shape. Pretend there's a wall there, and we're just going to space these out nice and evenly. So we've got all our holes drilled upstairs now. What we're going to do is pull this cable out. It should come this way to this switch. I should be able to drop it into one of these downlights. James will then poke me a cable up. I'll run him round with the cable roots, clip him. I'll show you that. That one over there is just going to loop into that one. We're going to double up this switch to make these onto one switch, because we're going to have a dimmer. I believe we're having a dimmer in here, so we're going to make that one dimmer. We've got to have this off anyway, because we've got to push a feed back through, back entry, and then go back up to feed the 2 lights in that cupboard. But what we're going to do now is, what we've done is get all them drilled, and then I'll jump in the loft, and then I haven't got to scrabble about, keep going up and down, up and down. We can just wire it once, and then I can come down. Oh God. Oh. That's nice in that loft. No idea what this footage is looking like. There we go, it's tea time. I'll spin you around. As you can see, original cables have all been pulled out, so we haven't had to joint anything. I've gone up, I've clipped, moved the insulation, pushed it back down. It's minging. It's minging. So 5 in here, done, huh?
There it is.
Oh my God, no, there's got to be a wasp nest. Go on, let it out. There's got to be a wasp nest up there. I had to go up there with those. Horrible. Don't annoy it, James. Just blow it. That's it. It's trying to come back in. Right, 2 along here. What we're going to do in here, because this is a nightmare, is I can see these feeds that come down to this switch. So what we'll do, sorry, we'll pull a feed up with one on, we'll mount a PIR, and then it will just wire to that first spot. That's the 2 spots wired between. And then we've got this little bedroom here, which again, we've pulled the feed out. We've pulled him down to that one, and then linked across. These are linked now, these 2. And then last but not least, bedroom. That's the original switch, which went round and round and round. I managed to pull it all the way back round, back here, clip him down, and then we clipped along, and then we're into that one. So we're gonna go and have something to eat now, and back to second fix. Right, before we went to lunch, I quickly blobbed some filler on these holes, just to make it look a bit more finished. We've also got to do something with these cables. These are CCTV, but we can't show you that obviously because it's to do with the CCTV, but yeah, look, looks better once you get a bit of filler on the holes. So now we're going to go around second fix. Beauty of these is you can leave the lamps out, do any testing you want to do. It doesn't affect your insulation resistance. And then tomorrow we've got to pick a couple more lights up because we're going to be a couple short, but that's absolutely fine. James, crack on. So these lights are coverable by insulation. You can see that. Those are steel can design, and then they're also suitable for the new builds with the eye joist. Look, yeah. So this ceiling is regular, but obviously downstairs when we do the kitchen and stuff, we're gonna have these eye joists, so they're suitable for that. Yeah, I love these. These are great. Right, we've got some lights on. Obviously these 2 will be switched together tomorrow, so they look quite nice, don't they? Corridor is on, 2 down here, plus 2. That way gives a nice spread of light. And then we've missed this one. We've got the little bedroom with the 2 in here, 1, 2. And typically I know that builders charge £75 to £150 a point for these, whichever builder you're going with on a new build, which is astronomical price considering they can do this before the they can wire this even before the ceilings are in, so it's a lot easier for them to do it, but they just charge the earth for it because that's their extras. That's the 4 in here. Tomorrow we're downstairs. We've just got to do in this cupboard tomorrow. So this is how I've left it. I haven't fitted the dimmer on this one yet because we've got to take this off, pull a feed up with a cable on it. We're then going to cut a PIR into this ceiling. He'll just loop over, and then the PIR will switch these two on and off, okay, in this cupboard. So we shall see you tomorrow. Morning, we're back, day 2. So this is the switch from yesterday. We got to link out these 2 switch lines, which will turn on these 5 lights together. We've also got to put a dimmer on here, but what we're going to do first is disconnect the feed coming in, pull it up to the loft, and then wire it to that infrared sensor there that's going to go inside the cupboard, but I will show you. So this is what I was worried about. Look, they've put noggins in everywhere, so we'd have had no chance of fishing a cable in this wall, okay? So what we're going to do is pull one of the feeds out with a cable on. I'll jump in the loft, and then once we've got that in, hopefully it's going to pull through these, look. We'll just connect this all back up as it was, and we just ended up with then a feed in the loft for that PIR. I just jumped on my phone again. This is where James is at that switch. Look, we managed, see how that's sort of butchered on the side? We managed to tie that one on. That's the one we tied on. Pull him up. That's the light in the cupboard, so the PIR is just going to be here. This is literally going to loop into that PIR, and then the feed loops in here and then back down to that switch. We just added this extra switch, basically. The PIR is just a switch in the ceiling, basically. Okay, there's the new dimmer switch V Pro dimmer I use, and then we've got our new Wagos tucked in there, and it's perfectly enough depth on there. So now I've popped my downlight in. That's the switch line that feeds these two. That's effectively our switch. I've just got to jump in the loft, clip the cables, and drop them 2 new feeds that'd be a feed in, feed out, and that's our switch line. And then we'll set the PIR up just like that. There we go. Got our V Pro dimmer sorted. Nice soft dimming, no flickering. Go with a better quality lamp and a better quality dimmer, you won't have any problems. These adjust to either trailing or leading edge. And then we've got our new James in the cupboard, making my tools again. Got our new PIR, look, with our 2 spots in here. It's ample lighting for this little cupboard. Once you shut this door, do that up. There we go, look, that's enough lighting for there. Cool, we're going to move downstairs now. Got rid of all the CCTV cables, so I couldn't show you that. Whoops. And then we can actually see the spotlights now with a hatch out of the way here. There we go. Right, 2 spotters going to go in here. Boom. I get asked this quite a lot about downlights. This is how I'm going to do this, and I'll show you, okay? If you look up there, you've got the glulam beam. If you keep looking, see that cable there? That's this cable, this switch line, because he comes this way, goes to the switch there. What I'm going to do is pull that one out with one tied onto this one, and then I'll have to fish over through that one, make an hole through the pre-done holes, look, and then get a cable from there to this one. But I will just use this one as a draw wire, pull it out to here first. So fuse board is in this cupboard here. And this is again another classic new build. I can see the mains tails, I don't know if you can see them. They're just, where are they? They are, I can't get that on camera, but they're just literally buried in the fabric of the building there. Look, nothing on them. Dive down to the meter, and then they're just in the fabric. So, and they're definitely over 3 meters long. So we got our 2 spots in there, filled the hole. We've now drilled the first hole. Luckily, I think the timbers run this way. So I have to come slightly off centre. That's going to give a bit of light into this cupboard in here, the fuse board, and the timber is just on the edge. We've come away 25 mil. Hopefully going to pull that cable back to one here, 300 off this smoke, and we're going to swing this smoke so all 3 of these, 1, 2, 3, all line up for a nice nice line through there. Right, our beams in here, we think we can see where they've put the pendants. They run this way, okay, so it's not so bad. We're going to have, this is going to be a dining area. We're going to have 4 spots in this area, and then if I come around, we're going to have 6 spots in that area, but we're obviously going to keep these in line, so we'll have a row of 4, 8, and then 2. We're going to try and space in this equally here, so it'd be quite nice above the door here. They're all switched together. That's obviously was an old pendant, which is pathetic, isn't it, for this kitchen? And then one there, but we'll use the old cable, and then we'll have to put a Wago box on or something, but hopefully we haven't got to drill that many holes to get the cable fished through, but we can fish this way, we just can't fish that way. Right, this has taken us a good half an hour to get this set out. We'll quickly show you what we've been doing. We're just making sure that these ones cross line up, but I'll just show you the setup. So first 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've bradailed all these, and these are 500 centres, these timbers above, so we can sort of work out where they are. 6, 7, 8, and then we put 2 in the recess, 9, 10. There you're miles off there, mate. So a little bit of being off that end will throw it out miles this other end, yeah? What's going on? Because we shuffled them all this way, remember?
Yeah,
that's why we haven't look, there's the original mark.
You haven't touched that one?
No, exactly, so we've got to shuffle that, but you need to just get that on there a little bit more, and then I'll mark it. So yeah, we're going to drill these all out now, and then we'll go for some lunch. James put the hole in the wrong place, didn't he? Naughty boy. So we can't get this. We can't get this cable through this last one. He's just seen us doing it. So we're gonna have to go with this gecko. The challenge is to get it off the reel, though. No. There we go. That's that. Not sure it's on a single reel. Might not go back like this, James.
I don't think so.
So 1 inch of magnet. So you can drop this down the wall if you want, and then you've got 2 ends. Yeah. Either end you want to use. We'll probably use this end because you want to. Right, if you pass us the magnet, actually probably need to be this end, doesn't it? Yes, sorry. Yeah. If you take this all the way off, there it is. Take this off. I'll cut this bit out, James, don't worry. He says that all the time. Bloody hell, come on. I don't think it'll go back on there, mate. It'll just go in that little tub, won't it?
Yes.
Right. So this is our freaking gecko. Look at it. Right, give us the magnet. Right, magnet and an end, okay. It's nice and plastic, it doesn't scratch the ceiling. Put him up there, goes on there, and you can pull. Obviously this is not helping us. You can pull through on a nice flat ceiling like this to the other hole, yeah? Like this. If you feed it up, James. Pull it back out, it's come out, it's done where it's gone. That's it. Right, feed him in. The banjo string at the minute, look at it. There we go, look at that.
Got it.
Lovely. And then we can tie that cable on, put him through. Put him through. And all I'll do is I'll put him on that loop, look. You stay there, James. You're my cameraman for today.
Yeah.
I'll just... What, are you filming me or picking me up?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to show it on the front camera, see?
No. It's all the way over there.
So we're just going to loop that like that. I might do a little bit of a twisty twist. While you're filming, hold that, mate.
Sure can.
And we just pull this in, look. Wiggle, wiggle. Easy as that, look. Yeah?
Nice.
Great tool from Super Rod that, and that's called the, what was it, a gecko gripper, that is. So we've had to loop the cable from original pendant over to that one off second fixed. It comes back to here to here. We've got one timber here, one timber here. I can see both sides, so I've got to drill out one of the pre-drilled holes, fill that, get a cable between, then that will just pick up that one, and that one. And then we've got to do the same at that end. Right, there we go. What have we got? 10 spots. 10 spots are done. Only holes we had to fill, obviously existing pendant holes. One hole there, which was for fish hole, and then just one hole there. We managed to tie on, pull that back to the first light, and then get that one over to there. So that was okay. We're obviously not going to get this all done today because we've had a few extras, but that's fine. But we're going to tackle this little one now. What we're going to do is come off of this local circuit here, because there's no lighting circuit here. Come off the power. We'll probably fuse him down. Might even try and fish up to a. We'll use the switch spur as the switch, and we'll fuse it down to 3 amps. Then we've got to get a cable up into this bulkhead and put a flat. I picked up a little Aurora flat panel light just for an ear. So we'll have a go at that now.
Right. Yeah.
There we go. Spots. Lovely. This is the little flat panel. Look. Hoping to get that in here and then try and get a cable through here. But I'll let you know how I get on. So what I've done is cut a hole in line with a socket on the other side of the wall, and in here look, we've got the cable. So what we'll do, it's on a ring final, so we'll pull one leg up with one on, give us a ring final to here, switch fuse spur, and I'm hoping this is open, we can fish up to where the light's got to go with the gecko thing. We'll try that again. If not, we'll just have to drill another hole somewhere, but we'll try that. As I say, we'll get a bit of, then we can wire some 1 mil out of here, feed one light and put a 3 amp fuse in it. Oh, I don't know how we do it for the money sometimes, James, do you?
No.
Look, we fished down there. It's a bigger void here than we thought. So we could add another one of these in if we wanted to here, but they've put a huge bit of wood in the middle. So we've managed to fish down, look, we've got it come straight out here without any making good to do. So all we've got to do now is bang a switch spur. James, that's what I need, a switch spur. And then just put the light on there. There we go. Stunning. Stunning. So, we didn't get finished, unfortunately, but that's life sometimes on the job. We've done nearly 40, I think, spotlights, which is quite a lot. We just got the living room to do, but we have got a job in not far from here to do next week, so we can just incorporate this one. This is only going to take us a couple of 3 hours now, by the time James has cleaned up and that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're going to ITS, the CJR truck code, if you're ordering anything over £100 excluding VAT, get it order before 7 PM, get it next day. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, and also if you give the video a thumbs up and you put CJR truck in the comment, you can get yourself a truck, and James cannot enter himself in on that. I think that still picks you up, James, even though it's like that wide, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes, that's fine then. Yeah, see you later. Take care. If you found it interesting, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Right. I've been in it the whole time.
Huh?
Huh?
You've been in it?
I've been in it the whole time. It's just a small screen.